帰りなさいませ、ご主人様。
Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone, in both the analog and digital world. Well, welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. Seeing the same dream night after night. Have you ever gone through that strange experience? A dream of your birthday being celebrated. A dream of flying through the sky. A nightmare where you're scared by something inexplicable. Dreams vary from person to person, but nearly everyone has them. Science apparently explains it as looking back on past events, or sometimes learning on the subconscious level. I, however, based on my Haruto Watari's life experiences, I know some dreams can be strange enough to defy such convenient explanations. A long, long corridor. Everything from the floor to the walls, to the ceiling are covered in white, and despite being no source of light, everything is aglow. I look back and forth, but there's no end in sight. The corridor extends long enough to vanish into the horizon, which is obfuscated by a white mist. The dream always begins with me standing all alone in the middle of this corridor. Standing before me are several doors, 4 doors, differing in size and adornments. I've never been able to open any of them. They're all boarded up with thick, wooden planks. Preparations underway. Don't open. Childlike crayon scribbles adorn the planks with such messages. Whenever I see the dream, I'm always left out in the corridor with nothing to do. Are they ever going to finish those preparations? I whisper, lying on the corridor's floor, staring blankly at the ceiling. I've been seeing this dull dream for about a month now. It's a dream that feels much too strange to be some kind of delusion my head conjured on its own. Still, I myself don't think it's particularly a problem, so I don't dwell too deeply about what it means. There's a few reasons for that. One being that dreams are often too strange to explain rationally to begin with. More importantly, I'm far too busy in real world to start caring about my dreams too. Ding! My alarm clock, which I set for 5:30 a.m., rings. Last night I got on the very last train of the day and toppled into bed at 1:30 a.m. I do the math through my groggy mind. Just 4 hours of sleep. That dream again. My eyelids feel heavy. My head feels heavy. My body feels heavy. I really don't want to get out of bed. If I just close my eyes now, I'll drift right back to sleep. But I sadly don't have time to rest. I can't just throw in the towel like this. Today's a work day, and as a salaryman, I've still got plenty to do today. I open my work phone and find I received 4 more messages while I was asleep. That brings me up to a whopping 80 emails I have to deal with. The sound of the sigh leaving my lips gets blotted out by the sound of the train's doors opening. I silence my heavy heart and force myself into the train, packed with adults clad in suits. The scenery of that repeated dream of the white room and the boarded up doors is of no matter to me now. As I'm jostled about inside the packed train, the dream soon leaves my thoughts, and so another taxing work day begins. Watari-kun, could you come over for a second? Oh boy. When I arrive at work, the selection chief calls me over to his desk, even though it's still only the first hour of work. I can tell from his sour expression that this is bad news. I suppress my desire to run away and stand before the chief. Yes, what is it? This document is the summary of last month's order vouchers we printed last week, but what's this all about? What all about? I mean this part here. It says we got 3 times the normal order size from OX Technologies. Are you sure they ordered this? I wasn't informed about it. Huh? Oh, you're right. What are these numbers? That's what I'm asking you. Who's in charge of this anyway? Hey, Sakaki? Yes, sir. The chief smacks his desk angrily, calling in my junior employee Sakaki. Sakaki, who's on his 2nd year in this company, hurries over to the desk. Sakaki, you are in charge of the OX Tech, right? What are the numbers all about? Why exactly have neither Watari nor I heard about such a big order? Did you do this on your own judgment? No, I didn't reach last month's sales goal, so I put in 3 months worth of sales to compensate for. So you are going to pin the blame for your poor achievements on our business partner. Don't tell me you did this without consulting anyone. This is terrible. What do you think business is all about? If this goes badly, they could call off our deal, and at worst we'll be facing a lawsuit. Call OX Tech's order center and apologize right away. We'll talk after that. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sakaki scampers off to his desk, bowing his head all the while. The chief clicks his tongue, watching him go. How many mistakes has he made already? What a useless recruit, Wakari-kun. Could you take over Sakaki's share of the work? Huh? Why me? I'm not in charge of this. You're his senior, and you're in the same department. Think of this as part of your work, would you? You can't be serious. I've already got more on my plate than I can handle. If I have to do his share of the work, I'll have to take the last train again. Trust me, with my share of the work, I have to take the second to last train myself. You're the only one I can turn to here, please. The chief says this and heaves a tired sigh. The bags under his eyes are as heavy as mine. Fine, I'll do it. I can't say no when a superior who's 10 years older than me begs me for this. I have no choice but to nod reluctantly. Finding a good job and living all on my own in Tokyo is the dream. How long has it been since I could look at my life so optimistically? After spending half my time in college looking for work, I finally managed to land a job in a trading firm that's major enough to occasionally appear in the papers. It's been 6 years. The times when I longed to work at a company feel like the distant past. Once I saw what it's really like, I realized I was nothing but another cog. All I had in store for me were days of having my body and mind worn down by work. Yes, of course. We'll do everything to handle this. No, not at all. We're deeply sorry for troubling you all over our mistake. Yes, our apologies. We'll come up with a solution ASAP. We ask that you be considerate of this. We have an agreement that will deliver the goods to your company on a fixed date. An extra fee? Why are you bringing up that now? No, you're right. I'm so sorry. Yes, understood. We'll consider the sum later. So, for now, please accept our... I was drawn to this firm for its motto of maintaining business through trust, but the grim reality that is just kissing up to our many business partners through apologies and brown-nosing. All I do is bow my head and apologize, be it to my superiors or the business partners. More and more work and complications pile on, even after normal work hours. I can only clock out right before the last train of the day departs. It's been so long since the bustling business district felt like the kind of Tokyo I used to admire. I don't have the energy to stop by any of the businesses, and by now the city's hustle just makes me dizzy. I drag my heavy legs, stopping at a convenience store to buy something to eat, a can of booze, and energy drinks for tomorrow. I pop one open in front of the convenience store and let out a sigh. I force my legs to speed up as I mumble my complaints against the chemical stench of the alcohol, push my way into the packed train. The train is full of people who look as exhausted as I am. They all browse their phones with glazed over eyes. Some are even nodding off while standing. I put up with the suffocating jam-packed compartment, hold on to the grab handle, and feel like I'm seconds away from passing out from sheer exhaustion. Time and again, I feel like I could pass out, but I hold on to the handle for dear life. By the time I make it home, it's 1 a.m. I down a second can of booze as I open the door to my apartment. As drunk and exhausted as I am, I know my place well enough. I fumble for the light switch, as always, and turn it on. Messy. If I were to describe my apartment in one room, it'd have to be that. A cluttered and dirty studio apartment. Littering my tea table, which still has the kotatsu quilt on it despite it being late spring, are empty containers for the snacks and cup noodles I eat every day. A few trash bags lie neglected in the corner. Even with their knots tightly tied, the stench of raw garbage still hangs in the air. The wooden floor is littered with discarded clothes. Ah, damn. This place is a dump. My room is in terrible state. Even I can tell that much. All I have to do is take care of the cleanup, do laundry, take out the trash every week. But my job is sapping away all my energy to do any of that. It's been 6 years since I moved to Tokyo, and by now my home has become just a place to eat and sleep in. Ah, I'm pooped. Today, like every day, I feel my body go limp as I throw myself into bed. My body, as heavy as lead, sinks into the shriveled cotton mattress. Exhaustion descends upon me soon enough, hanging over my consciousness. Oh, I should put my suit on the hanger or it'll get wrinkly. And, I'll just take a shower in the morning. I should eat the food I bought, or it'll go to waste. I have so many things left to do. But my body won't budge. In 4 hours it'll be morning again, and another day of work will start. Another day of staring at a computer monitor, of kissing up to business partners, and filling up spreadsheets. Another day of joyless life, that is never changes for the better. Makes sense I'd be having strange dreams. I'm not the only one who's busy. The chief's busy, and my juniors are busy, and our business partners are busy. We're all exhausted. After all, overwork and depression are said to be an epidemic. And you hear about workplace accidents every day on the news. A weird dream or two is normal enough. Ah, I wish someone would treat me nicely, at least in my dreams. And so I whisper of such a wishful pipe dream. If only I had a girl who'd make me dinner every night, clean up my room and greet me when I come home. Having someone who'd always compliment me and praise me would be so nice. As I whisper such unrealistic whimsies, my drowsiness reaches its limits. I cross the line into slumber, and my eyelids fall, enveloped with a desire to have someone treat me nicely, of my heart heavy with exhaustion from my job. I drift into transient dreams. The dream I'm seeing tonight is as strange as the ones before, yet something's different. I wonder what triggered it. I stand in the long, endless corridor with its white walls, ceiling, and floor. As always, I find myself faced with multiple doors, but there's one thing that's radically different. Oh, one of the doors is unlocked. Both the boards and the childish scribbles are gone. A thick, wooden door. It has a glossy luster to it that grants it the kind of austere dignity of an aged, expensive antique. It looks so heavy. It simply stands before me like it's waiting for me to open it. I guess opening it's my only option, huh? My daily life is boring as it is. I can at least expect my dreams to surprise me, right? With that in mind, I open the door. I'm going to stop the video here. There appears to have been an error. OBS seems to not be showing the backgrounds of the game properly. I'll figure that out. I'll stop the recording and I'll save. And I'll come back to this. And that way you can actually see what I would expect everyone came here to actually see, rather than a black background. Up till now, you haven't really missed anything. You've missed a small, tiny apartment. You've missed a picture of an office, a picture of a street in Tokyo, and right now it's supposed to be a picture of a white room with doors with boards over them. I think the beginning of the game was actually showing everything correctly. I think I did this when I unplugged the controller from the laptop, when I realized the controller wouldn't work. That must have caused an error for OBS. I'll be careful to avoid that in the future. Who all feels that this game is relatable? If you do, let me know in the comments. And if you would like to see me record a part 2 of this, let me know. Heck, if you would like to have dreams like what you could probably expect from, well, at least the opening title screen, which I think you were at least able to see, and at least from the picture I'll use for a thumbnail for the video that you clicked on, let me know. Either way, I'll probably make a part 2 anyway. That being said, I think I'll use this playlist to make a consolidated list of the videos I've been sharing in my community posts. It seems my playlists have gotten quite disorganized, and, well, I've been a bit excessive with how many videos I've shared in my community posts. It is very untenable and very unreasonable to expect anyone who would actually be interested in reading my community post to actually have to scroll through all of that. Then again, that's assuming anyone would be interested in the first place. But this place is, for me, well, somewhere to talk about my thoughts without a filter. To just be here, just having my unfiltered thoughts, talking to all of you about whatever. Sometimes it's random stuff on my mind, sometimes it's personal. Sometimes it's stuff about video games, sometimes it's not so happy stuff that I just feel like talking about. Part of me feels that I just want to be able to talk about things and vent, and part of me thinks maybe other people can relate to certain things. That maybe if I talk about certain bad things that have caused me distress, and some that are still causing me distress, that maybe other people out there, that someone out there listening to this feels the same. And at least in some small way, I can be of help. Even though I understand that's very narcissistic and self-centered of me, to think my whining and complaining would actually be helpful to others. At the same time, I really shouldn't, at this point, honestly just lie to all of you, saying it's for other people's benefit. It's really just me wanting to talk, and this computer screen being the main person I have to talk to. So I'm just here to annoy all of you. That being said, I do want to encourage people that as long as you're not hurting yourself or others, it's important to express how you feel. I enjoy Let's Plays. I've enjoyed watching Let's Play videos for a long time. My take on doing them may be a bit unorthodox and boring, but it's my style. And even then, I'm not exactly very consistent. The types of videos I make and the subjects I talk about vary quite a bit. I've said it multiple times. I promise nothing. I guarantee even less. And the only thing consistent about my channel is a complete and total lack of professionalism. I'm not monetized. I don't make any money from this channel. I never have made a single cent from this channel. I'm never going to make a cent from the internet. I'm never going to have super chats or merchandise. I'm not a business or a brand. I'm just some crazy loser, lonely otaku weeb who tends to work like 50 hours a week in a factory and spends the rest of his time, well, pursuing hobbies, one of which is simply recording videos. Some about gameplay, some about me just talking about whatever. Some of the videos are karaoke, some are reading books. I enjoy making these videos. And I am a bit of a tsundere. That being said, I'm never going to be monetized. I don't see any reason why YouTube would ever want to monetize me. But even if they did, even if I had 1 million subscribers, I'm never going to monetize my channel. If there are ever any ads on any of my videos, I'm not making any money from it. I just like making these videos. And it's not like I don't need money, but at the same time, I don't want this to be a business. I don't want this channel to be about that. I don't want my presence on the internet of Lunar D8 to be about making money. I don't blame others for doing that, and all the more power to them. In fact, when other people get money or super chats, I'm like fist pumping in the air and cheering them on. I think it's good for them, and I'm happy for them, but I don't want that. I just want to just be me. Just talk about whatever I want, at whatever pace I want. Sometimes I'll talk slower, sometimes I talk very fast. Sometimes I'll sing, sometimes I'll read. Sometimes I'll go off on tangents, and I wonder if I have like ADHD or something. But in general, I talk more in these videos than I do in the rest of my entire life. At least other people. I've always talked to myself. Heck, I've mentioned quite a bit in some community posts about me talking to stuffed animals. So me talking to myself isn't anything out of the ordinary. Just seems more normal here. But I'll go and let all of you go. I hope everyone has all the hugs and head pats you could ever want. Bye.